Microphone check, microphone check. 1, 2, 3, everybody's on the bet. Gary Cardone gonna give us his let. What you gonna do when Bitcoin hits the... Alright, what's up everybody? This is Simon from W3MCT. I'm glad that you're here, and we're gonna talk about preparing for the new year and preparing for the digital asset of the future. If you don't know anything about me, well, thank you. And amazing, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm the co-founder and CEO of W3MCT, Web3MCT. See, there's problems that need to be solved. Digital assets are valuable, and their owners want to ensure the security, safety, and convenience of their investments. Web3 Learning offers a secure and convenient solution to these problems. Even if you do not currently own digital assets, it may become an investment in your near future. Having our new ebook, Web3 Learning, ready ensures you will have the secure source to the solution. Peace of mind comes when individuals take financial control over their digital assets, which can be a source of security and comfort. As internet technology becomes more prevalent, owning Web3 Learning can familiarize yourself with the confidence and preparation for future opportunities. So, by not participating, you may miss out on various investment opportunities. Internet technology is rapidly evolving. People will come to you for the source of information. You will become a beacon of light to your inner circle with Web3 Learning. Get your free copy today and prepare with small steps forward. Luck is no more than proper preparation meeting potential opportunities. Secure your luck with Web3 Learning. For a small step today, you will begin a journey towards an abundant future. You deserve your luck. So many has achieved their luck. Now it's time for you, yes, you, to secure the ability to participate in the growth and development of this emerging technology. Introducing the Web3 Learning ebook, the ultimate guide to the future of the internet. Protect your digital wealth with cutting-edge technology. Empower yourself with the knowledge to navigate the exciting world of Web3 and secure your financial future. Understanding the process and the terminology behind innovation. Forward insight on industry impact and other factors on business preparation. What are you waiting for? Take control of your digital assets. Join the digital gold rush with the power of innovative equipment. Delivering the future. Step into this future. You can learn more at w3mct.com and at our convenient store, digitaldomain.store, where we go and help and collaborate with the community to really get you the necessary information to deliver the future. Now, before we get into this video, we have a few things we're going to be going over today. We're going to go over what Gary Cardone was just talking about, selling his mansion to buy Bitcoin. Is that even a good idea? Would you do it? And is it even important to do something like that? And then we'll go into what Altcoin Daily is saying about BlackRock and this whole ETF update. We'll go over the market, all right? We'll see what the market indicator, what's going on, and the new bear signal that was just reached. Then we'll do we won't do some technicals. We may not have enough time. We're going to quickly go over how you can utilize Radium to interact and navigate the Solana network. We're going to quickly go over my faction fleet on Star Atlas. This is our website, w3mct.com, here delivering the future. You can sign up for our upcoming AI business workshop. It will be held on January 16th, and it's 100% absolutely for free. All you have to do is go to our website, w3mct.com, and click here. It will bring you to the registration form. This business registration form is really quite simple. Let us know who you are, your business name, contact number, email, address, and the type of business you are, and you'll leave this workshop with extreme value, understanding how to utilize conversational AI. For those that are interested in joining our inner circle and being part of the W3MCT team, right, you can become part of our community with Project Royals. Royals is an NFT project that I created and it provides exclusive access to a private club where members can access trading strategies, participate in peer-to-peer enhancement workshops, and form companionship with other members. The project's NFT act as a digital key to gain entry to the club, so which is a members-only community designed to help traders and investors enhance their skills and achieve their financial goals. The NFT also represents a unique digital asset that can be traded or sold on various marketplaces. Overall, Royals aims to create a supportive community of like minded individuals who can learn, grow, and succeed together in the world of trading and investing. And at Web3 Learning, you can get this. Now, the book is available right now at our store at digitaldomain.store. And well, you can get the ebook right now while it's on sale for $34.99. But if you want to get the ebook for free, essentially you'll get the Web3 Learning and Mentoring. So it's $197.97. And that is what I charge for Web3 Mentoring. And essentially you'll get the ebook for free because essentially this is already on a discount from our original price of $497, which we will be going back to that price very soon. After this, we're going to share a little bit about Audius and what this is and how this can really be helpful for all the artists and musicians of the world. Here we'll do a quick excerpt of the Web3 Learning ebook and what you'll be getting out of that. We'll read a short page from this ebook and how it will help you in your journey. Then we're going to check out Decrypt and see what's going on in the ecosystem and seeing what news that can be beneficial to us as traders and investors in this space. So you may say, that's awesome, Simon, but why should I learn from you? Look, I'm a fucking grandmaster, excuse my French, but I am a grandmaster. I've spent massive amount of years understanding blockchain, Web3, innovative technology. And here is my proof for those that like to have proof, right? These are all my badges. Actually, I have, 76 badges. And you say, well, what are those badges and what do they represent? This represents exactly the benefits of blockchain technology and being part of this new ecosystem. I can tell you that I understand this technology, but now I can show you that I understand this technology. You can only receive these badges by completing certain tasks. And I don't mean just watching a video and you'll get an NFT badge. You actually have to create. Okay, you actually have to create projects and you actually have to go through each step and code it out to gain access to these badges. You can see that I've gained access to all of these badges by completing a lot of projects, spending a lot of time getting this knowledge so I can solidify myself in this space. So when I come to you and I say that I understand something, right? I can go back and show you my badge, right? And that's what blockchain really is about. And so after that, maybe we'll share a little some analytics on Uniswap. Actually, probably not. We won't have enough time for that, but we will go through Uniswap analytics because I did find some interesting information that you really want to be here and watching this video. And we then will close out to see what's going on at Cointelegraph right now. So we have a lot to unpack. I hope you're ready for it. My name is Simon. Let's get into it. I'm fucking delivering the future to you right now. That being said, let's see what Gary Cardone has to say real quick about this.
Or would you do it like my brother and squeeze out a rental engagement over the next 3 or 4 years? I'd love to know your answer. Do you squeeze this for lease or do you sell it for Bitcoin?
And what would you do, right? You have this mansion that's worth over $1 million. And he's held on to this mansion for quite some time. And he's wondering, well, is it even good to hold on to an asset? And when it comes to real estate, well, is there a maximum time to hold real estate? Is there ever a point in its real estate history that, well, maybe it will start negatively affecting you? Or will you always have appreciation in price in the real estate game? Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, It has been said that, well, Bitcoin is digital commodity. It is a digital asset. It is somewhere you can store and secure your wealth. It is the saving opportunity of a lifetime. Just alone this year, Bitcoin has appreciated over 150%. There's not that many asset classes that can do such thing. Well, probably none. And has Bitcoin claimed the number one spot for the best asset class on planet Earth? I think so. So, why is Bitcoin so valuable? Well, it's because of all the computational power used to create this massive infrastructure, this massive ecosystem that we can all participate on. And the crazy thing about this is that the plebs, the brokies, in the words of Tate, right? We are the ones that got access to this asset before the big boys, before the institutions. Now, everyone is sitting here waiting for institutional money to come in from this ETF approval. And I'm going to share my opinion on that. And I'm probably going to shock you with what I'm going to say. Well, let's hear some more things about what Gary's got to talk about real quick.
Years ago. So if I look at 8% as a normal interest rate, I've got to look at in the last 2 years of that 1.7 million. So 100 interest. Had I had a debt, I would have paid at least that. But it's also my avoided costs. I should be able to make a yield on this 1.7 million, $320,000 over 2 years. Right? That's not going to happen though. See, this is what I will build. I will build the case that when I bought this in 2021, okay, that once the market moved, because I bought it right, this is 2023, I have made the most money I'm going to make on this house.
So right now he's saying, well, he's contemplating, and he's starting to realize that the money that he's made on this property has already been achieved. So what's the point of continuing to hold? What's the point of keeping this asset if the goal of the asset, well, was to make some money? He's obviously not living there, right? So it's not his primary residence. Now, he could rent out this mansion for maybe $10,000 a month and say he had zero debt on this mansion, right? So what does $10,000 a month really look like? And is that even necessary? And would you even do it? Well, let's see. Well, $10,000 a month times 12, right? Because there's 12 months in a year. Well, that's $120,000 in a year. Now, we're not even going to talk about the future. We're just going to talk about what already has transpired and what has already happened. So he spent $7 million on this property. But for simple, easy numbers to work with, let's just say let's just say 2 million, right? Say 2 million. He spent $2 million on this property. How many zeros is that, right? So that's, what is it, one, two, that's like 6 zeros or something. Yeah, okay. So $2 million. Now, what happens if he actually was like, you know what? I'm going to buy Bitcoin with that $2 million. Guys, you already know the end results of that, right? But he didn't probably buy this with cash. At least I don't think so, right? So maybe he bought this for like 30% down, right? So what's that? 2 million times 30%, right? Let's say he didn't buy this all cash, right? So say he spent about $600,000 on this property, okay? And so he is receiving a month, right, to rent this out. So in 1 year, right, that's $120,000. Okay, oopsie, excuse me. And 2 times 12, right, that's $120,000 in 1 year. So now, well, he didn't receive his money back yet, right? When you as an investor, the first thing you always want to think about is your ROI, which is your return on investment. And so off of 30%, which is one of the maximum amount that you would put down on a property to receive, money, a loan on, Okay, at $600,000, right? Divide that by 120, right? So that's, per year. Okay, so it's 5 years, okay? So essentially, it would be about 5 years before he would receive his return, right? Before he received that $600,000, that money. Now, if he would have bought $600,000 worth of Bitcoin, all right, back in 2021, well, because that's what he said is when he purchased the property. Well, let's go see what the price of Bitcoin was back in 2021. And I closed out of my trading view. So maybe we can go check that out using, I can also just Google it really quick. But we're going to go to Token Metrics and we're going to see if we can get that answer, right? So at Token Metrics, this is our analytical tool that we use in our club, right? So when you're part of Royals, you'll have access to this during our meetings. And then so as we look at Bitcoin and we go to max, right? Let me scroll down here. Okay, we're going to go back to what year? It's until 2021. That would be here-ish. So let's just say he bought the dip. Let's say he got lucky and bought the dip at 33,000, right? No, we'll keep it simple and we'll say he bought at 30,000. Okay, so if he would have bought here at 30,000, then well, the thing is, we've calculated 5 years for him to get his ROI. Now, for him to get that, wow, because really, honestly, this thing went from 30,000 to literally 60,000, which is essentially 100% of its money, right? In just a few months from July to November. Now, could he have potentially bought at the top of the market at 63,000? Oh, maybe. He could have bought it at 63,000, and if he did, he would be in the loss, right? He would have lost really 50% of his money. Okay, so understanding where to buy in this marketplace, right? What are good areas is what you can learn at W3MCT. It's not financial advice that we're providing, but we are sharing technicals in our, from our analytical data, right? And our script is giving us, good opportunities. If you were listening and were part of Royals, right, and one of our early indicators with the help of Token Metrics that came out in September, all right, at $26,461, right? Our indicator showed us, well, we have a bullish sign, and since then, right, we've seen the price of Bitcoin reach all the way to 45,000, right? So that is really exactly what we needed to do. But back to just my example, right? So basically what I'm getting at is if he would even purchase at 30,000, right? So he spent 600,000. How many Bitcoins can we purchase for 600,000? So I guess we have to do, what is it, divided by 30,000, I believe that's how we gotta do it. Okay, so essentially it would be 20 Bitcoin, right? It would be 20 Bitcoin. And so, yeah, because, right? And just for those that may be confusing with math, so if we did 20 Bitcoin times 30, right? 30,000 would be the price of Bitcoin. That's 600,000, okay? So we have 20 Bitcoin, okay? It's 20 Bitcoin at an average of $30,000 invested into this digital asset. And, well, of course, we got to make sure this digital asset is being stored safely. Now, where would you store 600? Where would you store 20 Bitcoin? If you had 20 Bitcoin right now, what would you do? Would you keep it on an exchange? Most people would do that. But honestly, that is not the best place you should put your Bitcoin. And at W3MCT and our upcoming business workshop, right, you're going to learn where you can store your digital assets safely. And you will learn that also in our Web3 Learning ebook, where it goes over exactly what is a cold wallet, what is block mining, and why you need to understand how to use cold storage, right? Self storage. So, Web3 Learning ebook is available, and that's where we go over the importance of using wallets. So, this 20 Bitcoin that he's hypothetically purchased, right? In this hypothetical example, $30,000. Let's just say he kept it until right now, right? Kept it through the volatility. He got in from, being part of our community, and because we are constantly reporting and talking about, Web3, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, digital assets on a daily basis, we're gonna know about the difference in prices, right? So let's just say he has until now. Well, what would 20 Bitcoin be worth? So 43. The current price is 43,603. So we click equals, right? So it would be worth 860. So let's take that. We're gonna minus 600,000, right? Because that's the initial investment, all right? Which he would have made 272,060. That would have been his current profit right now. So he wouldn't have made all of his money just yet, right? But we're talking about from September till now, that's not even a year, right? And he's already made almost 50% of his money. And in the previous example, remember, in 1 year, he was only going to make from renting it out for $10,000 a month. Okay, now that also means if he has a tenant, but that also means all of that $10,000 is going to be staying in his pocket, right? There's no issues. It's occupied the entire time, no vacancy, right? That is a lot that also comes with this. Now you can say, well, what about the miners, right? Well, what about if there's FUD, or what about market pullback and I mean, hey, the stock market has had major corrections throughout its life cycle, and every single one have been, how do you say? It's bounced back, right? And recovered from all of those major crashes. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. So in this example, it probably would have been better if, well, maybe he purchased some Bitcoin. Let's just hear what he has to say really quickly about this scenario.
Set up in the maintenance in the house, the roof's working, and there's power here, and there's Wi-Fi, and there's water, and I have none of those problems with Bitcoin. I've already achieved the most I'm probably going to achieve in profitability on this property. This property also, over 20 years, let's think 20 years, this property will erode in value over 20 years. Okay, it may inflate the price in dollars, but it's going to erode in value. The wear and tear after 5 to years, you have to continue to invest money in keeping that infrastructure up, just like a bridge. So I have this property, it's not very liquid. It's maxed out its top value. I could rent it to Greg or Bob or somebody, but then what? I've got a 2-year, 3-year lease. Hopefully they pay me. I now have credit exposure to that human being. I have health exposure to that human being. What if his wife doesn't like it here? What if she...
And that's exactly what we're talking about, right? And people are saying, oh, well, Bitcoin, digital assets, and that's a risk asset, and that's risky, and blah, 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 blah. Dude, there's risk everywhere in the marketplace, and Gary Cardone just gave us a perfect example of how real estate is transitioning into, well, the back seat. And Bitcoin has now become the best asset class on planet Earth. Let's continue on with this video because we're already 27 minutes in and we have a lot to go over, and I don't think we're going to get through all of these tabs. Maybe I should just record the whole thing and I'll just release it, and then maybe I'll do an editable version as well for those of you that may be ADHD. All right, but hey, let's go get this out because I want to share with you my opinion on this whole ETF approval scenario and why I think it's nonsense.
From launching.
There was never anything like this anticipation. The oil ETF, the gold trust. We don't talk about ETF launches and who the authorized participants are. This is bureaucratic back office stuff.
Like gold before it, this will be a catalyst like Bitcoin has never seen. Interest for the Bitcoin ETF is greater than the interest for the gold ETF back in 2004, meaning institutional demand is about to go from 0 to multi-billion.
Wall Street is getting invited in anticipation of the greatest show on earth.
This is all on a capped supply asset whose supply flow is just about to be cut in half. The degree of anticipation for all of this seems like a lot.
There was never anything like this anticipation.
Is the BlackRock ETF already priced in?
Is it priced in? Is it even necessary? Are you even going to get and reap the benefits of this approval? Well, guys, I hate to break it to you. You're probably not. Is it priced in? I would say probably 60% of the money on the sideline has been CAing, dollar cost averaging, into Bitcoin. But that would be on a personal thing, right? That wouldn't be on an institutional thing, like on the books type of purchase. See, the way these institutions work, they need to transact with regulation, right? Within the laws of the financial system. And so within that system, right, they can allocate, which is basically saying they can put their money in, right, inside something that gives them exposure. Okay, so what is exposure, right? You'll hear people say that, well, they have exposure to this asset. Look, basically they're saying, I don't want to buy Bitcoin and self custody Bitcoin, right? I don't want to have to purchase it and be responsible over my seed phrase, be responsible over my private key, right? I don't want to be responsible over a hardware wallet, right? And actually being self-sufficient. I may do that on a personal note, but for an institutional level, we need to have some type of foundational structure, especially for our client base. And so if our clients want to continue interacting with us, we need to provide them with all of the opportunities available. And that includes Web3 technology, blockchain technology of digital assets and digital commodities. So essentially, now they can say, well, there's this asset that just this year alone appreciated over 150%. How is it that the plebs and the brokies and the retailers have access to those gains, and yet us whales and institution and Wall Streeters don't? That's not cool. We need to do something about this, right? A long time ago, well, this was funny internet money. But this funny internet money has grown to $1 trillion marketplace. How do I know that? Well, I know that because I use token metrics. And at W3MCT, we go over on-chain analytics and technicals using AI to keep us ahead of the curve and to keep us in the know with what's going on in this marketplace. And currently, the market cap is at one point the last 24 hours. We've seen over $100 billion traded. Bitcoin is at 43,652, and one of its leading collaborators, Ethereum, is at 2,247. The most trending right now is Osmosis, Sia, Celestia, and Gamey. Our token metrics market indicator and the grade signal, well, we just got the bearish signal on our maximum chart. If I go to the yearly, it's going to show us again, right? We got the bullish signal back in October. If we went in early, I believe it was in September, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, no, this is the total total crypto market cap indicator. This is not based off of just Bitcoin, right? This is the entire market. So we're receiving a bearish signal right now for the market, basically saying that we're topping out temporarily short term at 1.8 trillion. Just in October, we were at 1.32 trillion. We've gone up $100 billion right, from October until now. Where else are you getting that type of opportunity in an asset, right, or in a market? Our bull to bear signal right now, the long-term trend of the market is at 91%. It's gone down a little bit, but it's still in the green. Our bearish breakout to bullish breakout is changed, right? We are actually more bearish right now at 55% than bullish. Even though people are seeing bullish, we are actually bearish right now in the market analytics. Our low frequency trend strategies letting us know that, well, we need to be prepared for the future. But the total crypto market cap is still significantly higher than it was at the bottom of this horrific downtrend from 2021, right, where we were under $1 trillion for some time, right? And we were really just range bound since June of 2022 till essentially 2023. And then we peaked a little bit, but we haven't dropped below the $1 trillion market cap and since March of 2023, right? So over a year ago, which is good for a total crypto market cap. But it's still increasing, right? And because it's increasing, and now this $1 trillion market is just like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, when you have a dog and you're dangling like a rib bone, like barbecue sauce, nice ribs, just dangling, just cooked right off the grill, right? Like just falling off the bone. If you held it vertically, it's literally about to fall and slip right off the bone. And you dangling that in front of a dog that maybe haven't eaten in some time, right? The dog is going to salivate, right? Their mouth is going to get wet. I bet you listening to this video right now, you're salivating thinking about that rib bone. Exactly my point. Now, how you feel right now is exactly how all those people on Wall Street and the institutions feel, and their institutional customers. They're like, yo, what is going on? Why are we not getting that rib, right? I'm about to snatch that rib from your hand and just eat that sucker up, right? So that is what we're talking about. And that's why this ETF is just hanging over the marketplace, and people are just, chomping at the bits to get involved in this asset class, because it is one of the best opportunities in human history when it comes to the financial sector. And so, people are coming out saying, they have doubts that the SEC will approve a Bitcoin ETF this year, right? I don't blame them. Honestly, I don't think we even need a ETF approval. I think fuck them. I think keep them on the sideline. I think we should keep this as far away from retail for as long as we possibly can, so retail can freaking bag up, right? I think that ETF can be delayed all day. If I got an ETF delay or rejection tomorrow, I would be ecstatic. And I know most people probably don't feel this way, or the real crypto heads do feel this way, but they know all of the attention that this can bring is good for the space, right? So it's this whole catch-22 thing. But we can do it, right? We can do it. We have to go back to talking about projects, talking about use case, talking about what I'm going to show you now, which is on-chain analytics. We can all do this without the institutions. Institutions are going to come, right? It's inevitable. The ETF is going to be approved. A delay in the ETF is just better for retailers out there. And I know most people don't want to hear that. but I'm telling you, it's to our advantage. And the institutions and Wall Street has figured that out. And that is why there are massive amount of ETF applications being submitted to the SEC because they want control of this marketplace. They want in. Now, will they be able to defeat the dragon Gary Gensler? I don't know. We'll find out. But one thing I do want to show you guys is that Polygon is not as all crazy as I thought. Polygon only has 140 mil according to Uniswap for TVL, total value locked. I'm actually kind of surprised with that number. I really thought it would be higher by now. Now, at 140 mil, people may say, oh, that's big. That's small in this space. I mean, let me show you what Ethereum is, right? Ethereum is at 3.4 billion for total value lock, just so you can have some perspective. Just in the last 24 hours, Ethereum's volume is over $1 billion that has traded within this ecosystem. Now, let's go to Optimism. Optimism is another market at 102 million. Seems to be going down in total value locked. Fees are going down. Volume is going down. I don't know what's going on with Optimism L2. But what I can tell you is that Arbitrum surprised the heck out of me. Arbitrum at 2 billion TVL, over a million in the last 24 hours. Nobody's talking about this. Dude, I'm about to bag up in some ARB, right? Let's go back to token metrics. Let's type in ARB, and I'm going to figure out what's up with this token because no one's talking about it. Wow. I haven't even looked at ARB. Token metrics trader grade is at 88% as a strong buy right now. We just got the bullish signal December 2nd, ARB at $1.10. If you would have purchased at $1.10 until now, you'd be up. All right, you would be up. Let me pull up my trading view chart, and I'm gonna show you how much you would have been up if you be part of our community royals. Okay, now if you would have got it, I believe it was $1.10 from when the indicator went off until now, you'd be up 74% in 31 days. 31 days, 74%. That is how we are banking right now. Arbitrum. Most people don't know anything about Arbitrum, and I'm giving you a play right now. $2 billion, right, in this space. Coinbase, the whole base network that's new, just came out, 21 mil, right? I don't know. Okay, could something be building here up? Will there be a base token supposedly that's like in the works or whomever, whatever? But what I can tell you is that the play right now that nobody's talking about is Arbitrum. And so at Arbitrum, if you don't know what Arbitrum is, well, let's quickly go into this. So Arbitrum, from an investor's, the investor grade for Arbitrum is actually low at 46% being neutral. We don't have, let me go to max here, okay? I mean, and that, you're not going to see our indicators on that one because this is an investment scenario. So this is a longer time period, right? So, the fundamental grade at 51% is kind of high. Very low valuation grade at 17% from an investor's perspective. On the fundamentals of Arbitrum, Arbitrum is a crypto asset that aims to provide faster, more scalable smart contract execution on the Ethereum network. This investment report aims to analyze the fundamental metrics of Arbitrum to assess its potential as a valuable crypto asset. The Arbitrum community currently has a relatively low level of user engagement. The website visits, Twitter followers, and YouTube views are all 0, indicating that the project has not yet gained significant attention. This lack of community engagement may impact the future growth and adoption of Arbitrum. Now, the team has about 71 employees, so when it demonstrates a sizable workforce, the percentile score of 42.6 indicates that the team size is relatively average compared to other similar projects. Now, the project has secured investments from notable investors like Collab Plus Currency, SNZ Holden, Alliance Dow, and Compound. This investor score of 100% suggests that there's confidence in the potential of Arbitrum. The tokenomics of Arbitrum is 10% and is relatively low. The percentile score of 30 indicates that the supply is within the average range compared to other crypto assets. The liquidity ratio of 23% is in the ideal range of 5 to 50. That results of a score of 10, and this represents a positive aspect for trading and liquidity within the market. Arbitrum is listed on the HTX exchange with an exchange score of 4%, and that suggests the availability and trading opportunities of Arbitrum are limited. The competitive landscape in the sector where Arbitrum operates is not explicitly mentioned in the provided data, so the further research and evaluation are required to assess Arbitrum's position in relation to its competitors. Now, Arbitrum's trading volume is at 524 million, and that places it within the 100th percentile. This indicates high market activity and liquidity for the asset. The Sortino ratio of 2.16 also at the 100th percentile. This suggests that Arbitrum's risk-adjusted returns have performed well compared to other assets. However, it is important to note that the past performance is not an indicative of future performance. So, what are we saying in conclusion to all of this? So, based on the fundamentals, Arbitrum receives Token Metrics fundamental grade of just 52. This score suggests that there are both positive and negative aspects to consider when evaluating the investment potential of Arbitrum. Further research is necessary to fully understand key factors such as community engagement, competition, market adoption before making any investment decisions. This is how we thoroughly go through our selections and understanding how we pick our plays. From an investor standpoint, this is going to require some more work. Now, from a trading standpoint, there are massive amount of opportunities coming up. And the markets, well, you can use Binance, MEXC, OKX, Bybit, Uniswap for getting Arbitrum. The performance metrics goes into the more details of all of this, and really we're not going to get into all of that because it's a lot. We have a lot to go over, but Arbitrum is a play that I am looking at, and I'm going to add it to the watch list. We definitely want to add it to the watch list. I'm going to do that. 15. And this goes up 8%. I want to know if this changes by 0.75 and what happens here with 3. And then we're just going to click save. Okay, please select notification type. Oh, email. All right, just email me when that happens. All right, and this is how we stay active in our on-chain analytics. So Star Atlas is a place where I put my NFTs to work. I have a faction fleet here. These are all NFTs, and they all reward me an Atlas token. So you can use your NFTs to then kind of like be put to work and earn some yield on the token. So we use, I thought this was those saves, so we're not going to do that right now. But I was going to go through an example. I did share this in one of my older videos, but we'll go over another one. We're already at 50 minutes, and I really didn't go through everything I wanted to. Like I said, there's so much I want to go over, you guys. That's why I really recommend signing up for our business workshop coming up. We're going to go over how to use conversational AI, and maybe we might just go into some more ways to navigate the blockchain. If you want to join the community of royals, you can use the Plex studio.metaplex.com/project/royals. There will be a link available on our website. If you go to our website and you click Join Club, it will bring you to our mint page where you can go ahead and mint yourself a Royals NFT. When you get a Royals NFT, I will know about it and will send you a private invite to our club. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Simon from W3MCT. I'm glad I can be a source of information and knowledge for the ecosystem. It's about time that more positive engineers and nerds out here start to become the source of knowledge for you. Have a good one. I appreciate y'all. You are the best. Catch you on the next one.